Hello everyone, Type Clint here. There has been a new Pokemon TCG announcement for the Scarlet and Violet sets that are coming in 2023, and it is very cool. I just want to go over some of what was shown in that video a little bit deeper. It was a short video, but I feel like there's a lot, and I have some thoughts on it that I want to share. So let's take a look. First off, when they first show these new cards without displaying any of the information on them, we see that we're gonna get a return of the 3D looking cards where they're like coming out of the frame, which I absolutely love. I'm not sure the last time that it was done to this extent. You can also see that these two EX cards, Koraidon EX and Miraidon EX, both have unique frames around them with like some stars and comet looking things. So these cards just look really amazing. Now, if we go forward, at this point in the video, there's some very interesting things to note. The first off, you can barely see it, but up at the top left of this card, you can't even see it in this freeze frame. It's just for a second. It's very hard to catch in a freeze frame. It's a Stage 2 Magnezone EX. So this is different from V-Star, and V-Max because those only have up to Stage 1. So that means we're going to have a whole evolution line here. And what this means is that there's a possibility an item like Rare Candy could be very important in order to skip that Stage 1 evolution if that's what we want to do in our decks. Or maybe if there's some ability that we want on the Stage 1 evolution, then you might still go with that. But the other thing to note on this Magnezone is it has 330 HP. So this Stage 2 EX Pokemon has as much HP as some of the higher HP VMAX Pokemon. Why is that a big deal, you might be thinking? Isn't that just the same as VMAX? But no, if you look at the bottom of this card, it says, when your Pokemon EX is knocked out, your opponent takes 2 prize cards, not 3 like VMAX. So this has as much HP as a VMAX Pokemon, but there's much less risk because this Pokemon only gains your opponent 2 prizes rather than 3 like a VMAX. Just looking at what else is on this card, you can also see that it has 2 moves. Energy Crush, which is 50 times each energy attached to your opponent's Pokemon. We've seen this kind of move in Pokemon currently in Standard already. And then Pulse Launcher, which is a 2-cost electric, 220 damage. Pokemon also does 30 damage to itself. This move doesn't seem that great to me because you're not even hitting the amount of damage you need to take out a V-Star without damage added. And unless there's like some kind of new items that are added that are similar to something like power tabs where you can maybe stack them, or maybe they just add more damage than what we have available right now. Unless this is in some kind of counter deck, I don't see it being too great. So we can see right here that there is also a basic Mimikyu EX with 190 HP. It is Psychic type. It looks really cool with these claws coming out on the card there. We cannot see the abilities for this Mimikyu. We can see that it has a move that looks like it does 10 damage, but it could have other things going on in that move. We don't know. It could be good, it could be bad, we're not sure. But it looks comparable. This basic EX Pokemon looks comparable to a V Pokemon that you would have now. We also have shown here the Stage 1 Lucario EX. Has 260 HP, looks comparable to something like a V-Star Pokemon, has a move that does 60 damage, a move that does 160. We also can't see the rest of the details on these moves, so it's hard to take anything away from this. It does have a very cool effect where there's like sparks coming out and looks like maybe Lucario is punching or something like that. So it is a really awesome looking card, but hard to tell just from this if these cards will be relevant competitively. Moving forward, they actually do show us the full details of the Koraidon and Miraidon cards. So here is Koraidon EX and Miraidon EX. We get to see the full details of these cards. Now, these look very good for cards to have on your bench to support you. Again, because of their attacks damage only being 220, and also having the during the next turn this Pokemon can attack, meaning if you want them to attack again, you need to either switch or use something like an air balloon to switch. I'm just not seeing, at least the way the meta is right now, I'm not seeing that being a super effective move, because only 220 damage, that's not enough to take out a V-Star. Even with something like a Choice Belt that adds 30, it's still not enough to take out a V-Star, let alone a V-Max or the new Stage 2 EXs they're going to have, like the Magnezone that was shown having 330 HP. There's probably going to be other Pokemon like that over 300 HP. So we're going to be looking for ways to take out those kind of Pokemon quick. But these two I still think will be very good in decks because Koraidon has an ability called Dino Cry. Once during your turn, attach up to 2 basic energy cards from your discard pile to your basic Pokemon any way you like. So the any way you like is very important there. If you use the ability, your turn ends. It does have that caveat, but use it at the end of your turn after you've done everything else to accelerate some energy. It's cool that you can add it to any Pokemon you like, so I think that's still going to be pretty good. Miraidon has an ability that could potentially be even better. So once during your turn, you may search your deck for up to 2 basic Pokemon and put them onto your bench, then shuffle your deck. This does not end your turn and allows you to get 2 basic Pokemon out. Search is always really good. We know that. In this case, this is a search for 2, and you don't even have to discard anything. So that's very, very good. Just a couple more notes that I thought of on this. First off, EX don't count as Pokemon V, so we might be in an awkward position if what I've heard is true that only D cards are rotating out next year. Then we're going to be in a weird spot where we have Pokemon V, V-Star, V-Max, and EX, but some cards will only be affecting one or the other. Like, there are cards that only affect Pokemon V or stop abilities from Pokemon V, and then cards that will only affect Pokemon EX. So we're going to be in this situation where there's going to be more variance in the meta, I think, which I actually think is a good thing, but could be a little awkward. One more thing is terrestrialization has not been mentioned at all yet for the cards. So they showed us these new EX cards, and even at the end they have this EX in the like diamond look that terrestrialized Pokemon in Scarlet and Violet have, but there has been no card effect of any kind shown yet that is like terrestrialization. So I think it's a safe bet to say that we will be seeing another new thing coming, which will be the TCG's version of terrestrialization. So I would be expecting that announcement as well coming up in the future. Now, one more note that was made, you could see it at the bottom of the video near the beginning, is that these cards are still in development. So that means that even though we've seen some of these things right now, like the abilities and attacks on Koraidon, Miraidon, and Magnezone, it doesn't necessarily mean that those are the final versions of the cards. Maybe when they come out, that damage will be changed a little, or the abilities will be changed a little in the way they work. We don't know. We'll have to wait and see. So if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. It does help the channel a lot. And until next time, stay chill. I'm out.